at Ngozi Talk Shows, Find Your Own Voice, Lead from Within. Happy holidays, everyone. Happy New Year. And tomorrow is 2026. I hope you guys are ready to enter 2026 and looking forward to what the year brings. I know some people may say, Nomsa, it's just this, is the same thing, different year. But you can make things different in your life. You can change things. You can change your life. So all these things are really, really important to your life. So if it is your first time here at Ngozi Talk Shows, we help our audience find their own voice, lead from within, finding your own voice in every area of your life. So the topic today, I'm doing the part 2 topic, as dust I woke upon this world, a message on purpose, light, and divine identity. So I'm doing part 2 of that. Yesterday we did part 1. So I thought, let me just do the topic. So there is a moment we all face, quite honest and unavoidable. When life reminds us how fragile we are dust. Yet we are not worthless. We are earthly in form, but heaven breathed in purpose. So as dust, I walk upon this world. It's not a statement of defeat. It's a declaration of truth. I may be formed from the ground, but I carry the light of God. I may walk through ordinary streets, ordinary problems, ordinary seasons. Yet I'm not ordinary inside, because divine identity doesn't cancel human weakness. It gives its meaning. So in this message, guys, I'm going to walk you step by step through purpose, light, calling, spiritual confidence. Not the kind that comes from ego, but the kind that comes from knowing who you are, whose you are, and why you are here on earth. If you ever questioned your value, your direction, whether your life matters, this is for you, because your life matters indeed. So number one, we're going to start with the truth. You are dust, not despair. That dust describes human. It describes limited mortal dependence, but it does not describe your value. When you accept your humanity, you stop performing and start healing. The goal isn't to become less human, it's to become more income. So I don't know, as you're entering 2026, what do you want to become? Separate fragile from finished. Fragile means you can break. It doesn't mean you are broken forever. Many people quit because they interpret struggle as a final verdict. But the struggle is often proof of you are stretching into new capacity. So guys, you don't have to go through struggles and think it's your final moment. Let humility, number 3, let humility become strength, not shame. Humility is not self-hate. Truth humility says that I need God. I need wisdom. I need growth. Shame says I'm nothing. Humility opens doors. Shame closes mouth and kills praise. So when you acknowledge the breathe inside of you, you are not only formed, you are filled. Your soul is not random. Your life is spiritual origin and assigned when you remember the breathe. You stop living like an accident. Some of us, we live that we were an accident. We don't value ourselves. So stop trying to earn your identity. Divine identity isn't the salary you get for being perfect. I mentioned this yesterday. It's a name you receive and grow into. You don't work for who you are. You work from who you are. So you don't have to say, I need to, you don't have to say, I need to work hard so that people can notice me. I need to do this. You're within you. It shows who you are. Define light correct. Life isn't charisma, talent, or a problem or public platform. Light is truth, love, clarity, and the spiritual presence. Sometimes your light looks like courage. Sometimes it looks like boundaries. Sometimes it looks like a quiet obedience. That's your light. Identity where, like you have to identify where your light has been dimmed. Ask what dimmed me. Was it betrayal? Was it rejection? Exhausting. I've been betrayed before, guys. For me, I'm just someone who is an open book. I've been betrayed, I've been rejected, exhaustion, comparison. I don't like comparing myself with my life to anybody, but I've been disappointed. So naming the dimmer removes its power. An empty pain becomes a hidden controller. And forgive what tries to rewrite your self-image. What is trying to rewrite your image? Some experience, some may experience try to remain you. Some people, some experiences we go through in life, they may have been presented to your life to rename you. Unwanted, not enough. I'm unwanted. I'm not enough. I'm too late. I'm too late to get married. I'm too late to have children. I'm damaged. Forgiveness does not excuse what happened. It releases grief. It has own your identity. So I don't know you guys, like in my church in MFM, Dr. Olukoya's belief, he believes that we need to, when it comes to our lives, we need to let God be God. And that's what he teaches us every day. Let God be God. When you struggle to have kids, we've had in MFM testimonies, women at the age of 60, giving testimonies of having children. Some twins, they've gone to IVF maybe 10 times. Didn't work. They tried to adopt adoption. It didn't work. And now they've given up to say, you know what? Give up life and stuff. And then a woman falls pregnant at age 60 or age 50. We've had testimonies, people, they testify on TV that they ever had children and giving, like bringing their children to say, this is my testimony. That I've gone through this, I've gone through this. So you don't have to say, you don't have to say that, you know what, I need to find a man that I can sleep with and have children because I'm aging. If God wants you to have children, there is nothing that can stop you as long as you believe in Him. There is nothing that can stop you. You can have children, but there is no age limit. Never limit yourself. But if God does not want you to have kids, there must be a reason why He does not want to have kids. Maybe He wants you to adopt someone else's child, or He wants you to be a mother to other children that maybe your aunties, maybe raise them as your own. Maybe He wants you to dedicate your life supporting, like giving to other children. Nobody knows. So that is up to you and God. But there is no such thing as I'm getting old. No one is going to want me. Like men, you don't want women at 40s, in their 40s. They want a younger woman. What a man who wants a younger woman, they're not looking for relationship. They're not looking for relationship. They are looking for someone to model for them. Because if they are looking for relationship, they wouldn't be looking for, they'll be looking for someone their age. So if you have met those guys that are actually not looking for relationship and they are looking for something else, and then you label yourself and say no one wants to date women in their late 30s or late 40s or 50s or 60s. You get married in any age, 100, you can get married. It's just what you want to do. And your man or your woman will be out there waiting for you. It's not that like to say, oh, I'm aging. I have to find that I have to find a man, or men nowadays they are looking for younger girls and things like that. There's no such thing. Mostly those you find on dating, like dating apps, they're married. Some of them, they're just looking for sex, to have sex. But when they come to you, they're not going to come and tell you they're married. They just want to talk to you. They want to waste your time. But there are good guys out there who are actually looking for a serious relationship with a good woman. There are good women out there who are looking for a serious relationship. So you don't have to say, I'm aging, I'm running out of time. You know, time is running out. Let me meet some random guy so I can have a baby. Let me meet some random woman so they can give me babies. You don't have to think that way. So it's really, really important to break agreement with false labels that you've labeled yourself. I just mentioned them. You can carry divine identity while repeating. You cannot carry divine identity while you keep repeating demonic captions over your life. Cancel the inner narration that insult your daily insults you daily. The tongue isn't just speech, it's staring. So that is important. Return to your original assignment. When you return to your original assignment, before you were tired, confused, or delayed, you were called to go back mentally to what God first put you in. So love, leadership, healing, truth, creativity, that seed is still alive. So you can still go back to it. Choose purpose over mood. Mood changes hourly. Purpose is a decision. If you wait to feel strong, you may stay stuck. Purpose says, even with tears, I move. With disappointment, I still move. Stop worshiping outcomes. When outcome becomes your God, you live anxious and easily crushed. Divine identity stays steady whether unplugged comes or not. Your value is not measured by your results. Clean your environment spiritually and emotionally. Your space speaks. Your feed speaks. Your cycle speaks. If your environment constantly drains you, your light will flicker even when your spirit is willing. Put your pain in the right place. Pain belongs to healing, guys, not in your personality. Some people become the hurt one, the angry one, the guided one. You can be honest about wounds without building a home inside them. Learning the holy power of no. I talk about my sacrifice a lot, guys, but when I talk about my sacrifice, I'm not building wounds inside of me. I've dealt with, I've healed, but I am also aware that there are people who are not aware of human blood sacrifice. I just raise awareness. I raise awareness. I'm not living in that wound. I've healed myself. I'm facing the world how I want. I'm walking in my own lane. When I share what I have been through, I don't share it in a place of wounded place. I share in a place where I'm healed. Because going through human blood sacrifice It's just like going to the hospital. They tell you that your whatever this, or you can have a stroke, or you can have a heart attack. For me, because of my abilities, I was able to say, I was able to feel what was about to happen. I had to ring my pastor straight away, but I dealt with those problems, dealt with them now, dealt with them now. I'm raising awareness, meeting people that are going through it on social media, that are contacting me going through it, but teaching them how to live, to get out of it, how to actually look after yourself and get out of it. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm no longer living in that story of wounded person, anger, unforgiveness. I have forgiven, I have moved on. So that is important for you guys. No, just be honest about your wound without building a home inside of them. Be honest. If it's divorce or you're going through divorce in your heart, just say, you know what? I've not met the right. Sometimes we meet the right guys, the right women, but we don't know how to maintain the relationship. People expect the relationship to work itself. And some people, they don't work on their wounds. They carry the wounds that they've carried when they are children. And some people, they look at their parents, how they lived, and they want to live that life. They don't care. They divorce to them like when I was going through problem, the father of my child goes to the family and the family tells him that no, you can actually don't worry, you can leave her, and they give him the options instead of sitting him down and trying to understand what is really going on, or saying go sort out problems with NOMSA. They were giving him option that the government can support your child, or you can go to court. They were giving him the way out. Way out. This is what is happened, but they didn't have a clue that the guy is controlled by Lucifer. Meaning, whatever the problem that I'm facing, he is facing it. They didn't have a clue. Even today, they still haven't got a clue that he needs help. But their option, their idea was go, you can get options, but he's wounded. When someone is wounded, they need to be healed. When Lucifer take your soul, you need deliverance. Otherwise, whoever he meets, he will be continuously controlling him, who he can marry, who he can do this, so he can have a legal right. The day when he dies, he's expecting to heaven, and Lucifer goes, you belong to me. Your soul belongs to me. But they don't have a clue that this is how things work. People, you have to deal with your wounds. Like me, I'm being insulted, but I've dealt with my wounds. I go on social media, I come to work getting insulted. I've dealt with my wound. So name your wound. What wound do you have? Name it. When you name it, how can you deal with it to heal yourself so you can bring your light back to your life? That is important. Learn the holy power of no. Light needs protection. If you say yes to everything, you will abandon yourself. Boundaries are not selfish. You are stewardship of your calling and peace. Practice daily alignment. Alignment is choosing truth every day. How you think, how you speak, how you love, how you respond to every situation. One great message won't sustain you. Daily alignment will. Make sure that your daily alignment is aligned with your life. Train your mind to return to hope. Hope isn't denial, it's a direction. When your thoughts spiral, learn to come back, to pray, to truth, to gratitude, to wise action. Return is a skill. I've gone through problems, guys, where I use hope. My daughter's name is Hope. My company is Hope. My mother, her name is Hope. So it's important to bring yourself back to hope and the gratitude. Whenever I go through problems, I always ask myself, through my life, through these trials and tribulations that I have gone through, I've gone through life, but God has pulled me through. The things that God has pulled me through. So I have to have gratitude. I use gratitude for myself to make sure that I actually pull it through and give myself hope. It's the gratitude. Whatever you go through in life, use the gratitude to bring yourself back and the prayers. You pray. For me, I use prayer. God is, I just pray. I've heard people insulting me, like people calling social services to say Nomsa praise in tongue, making noise. I'm like, it's none of your business. That's how I deal with my life. That's how you see me happy. So I'm like, when I pray in tongues, what does it got to do with social services? So you have to do you and to trust me. The world where we are in, we have people that are evil. People will try to dim your light. They will try to tell you there are things you cannot do, there are things that you can't. Do things and live your life and do you. With God, you can help others. When you do, when your when your light is lightning, you're able to help others, to bring the light to others. When you go to people and people try to dim your light, don't waste time with those kind of people. Do not waste time. Where the area where I live, I watch people with my own eyes disrespecting me, dimming my light, saying she's gone mentally deranged. There's no such thing as human blood sacrifice. But the celebrities that you follow, they confess that they've sold their soul, and those souls, it requires them to do sacrifice. They don't have to worry about doing sacrifice because they have followers. If they want blood, they can just bump one of their followers, a heart attack, boom, then the spirit leave. They get more followers. They don't have to do that. They don't have to worry about who they can sacrifice. That's what I've learned. So all these things, guys, don't allow anyone to dim your light. When you walk in this life, it's only you who face problems. When you are in that marriage, when the marriage is not working, it's only you who have to face it. When you go to work, when at work, when you have problems, it's you that have to face the work. When you have children, when you have the problems, it's you that have to face. Therefore, you get a coach, get healing. Don't be afraid of people judging you. When you're going through marital problems, don't be afraid that people are going to judge me. There is none of their business. Get help. Your job is to get healing. For the marriage to work, sometimes we have to go through trials and tribulations. So don't worry about it. Or if I start getting a coach, people are going to be, why do you need a coach in the marriage? Why can't you do it yourself? You need another somebody to help you. So it is very, very important to keep your light shining. But don't worry about what people think. You need God in your life. You need coaches. You need people that can lift you. But the only person that has to do that is you. You have to do it. You got to do it. You have to do it. I've gone through trials and tribulations in life where I tell myself that I'm on my own with God. I've got to do this. When relationship is not working, I know I've got to fix it. If I don't fix it, I cannot backstab my spouse or backstab anyone. But I know that the only way for me to move forward is to fix what is broken by getting a coach or by going to God and say, God, help me to fix what is broken. When God helps me to fix what is broken, I am able to move forward, minding my own business and living a life that I want. When I want. Not when someone tells me that I'm not good enough. Not when someone tells me that I'm not a good mother. I know I'm a good mom. I don't need someone labeling me that I'm a good mom. What I do for my children, I do more than what other parents do. I travel with my kids. So I don't need somebody telling me that I'm not a good mom. I have to wake up at 4. I've got actors. My children are actors. I've got to get up at 4 a.m., travel with them, go and pick them up, drop them off. I don't stay there on the set. I come home and go back. So if someone tells you, like, let's say you are a good wife, you are a good husband, but things don't work out, and then someone turns around and tell you that you are not a good husband, why do you need someone to define you, to dim your light? Why do you need, if you are a woman, you know you are a good wife, but things have not worked out in your relationship, why do you need a man to tell you that you are not a good wife? When the relationship breaks, everything breaks out, health-wise breaks out because of the rejection, that this person has rejected me because I'm not a good wife, because I'm not a good husband. Therefore, I have to go into depression. Then I have to go into anxiety. My life has to change because of one word to someone that has said it out loud, that I don't want to be with you because you are not a good wife, or because you are not a good husband. Why would you do that? We do it because we allow people to dim our light. We allow people to we want people to affirm who we are. If someone comes to you and tell you that you are not good enough, what you do is you let them know, you say, okay, if I'm not good enough for you, I'm good enough for me. That's why you have to say, if I'm not good enough for you, I'm good enough for me, because that's my life. I don't need you to define who I am, who I cannot be. This is who I am. I'm good enough for me. My mother carried me. She saw something great in me. I'm my own father's child. God loves me because he saw me. He knew me before I was conceived. He knew that there was going to be a child called Nomsa before I was conceived. So you have to declare Declare happiness in your life. Don't expect people to affirm. I don't have authority, guys, to tell a man that he's not good enough for me. I don't have that authority to say the man is not a good man. I don't have that authority. The authority that I have is if I feel that the man is not good enough for me, or I'm not satisfied in this relationship, is to live with the grace and just say good things to the guy and say, I don't think this relationship is good for the two of us. I have to go. I cannot trust the guy and say, you are not good enough. You are not this. What is good enough, guys? All I have to do is just go, not to trust the guy. God does not allow us trusting his children. So it's important for you to understand your light. Stop comparing your dust to someone else's highlight reel. Comparison is a thief dressed like a motivational. You don't know what others paid to look ahead. Stay faithful to your lane. Destiny doesn't reward copying. Nobody, people see me coming with my light on social media. No one knows what I had to do to be where I am today. I had to fight Satan. I had to say fire by fire. Nobody knows the confidence that I have. No one knows what did I have to do to get the confidence that I have. And when you compare your life with my life, that is a thief. You're stealing your joy. Stealing your joy when you come and compare your life and wish you could be me. You're stealing your joy. Your joy, your life is okay the way it is. What you can do is, I need to figure out what Nomsa, the mindset that Nomsa had to change in order to become who she has become. Not, why can't I be like this? We go through different challenges in life. But when we go through those challenges, is through those challenges where we find our breakthrough. So when you are going through that challenge, maybe you watch me dancing on social media, you can say to yourself, I need to dance away my pain, you know. Nonsa, she's dancing, so I need to learn to dance away my pain. That's not comparing. That's you declaring change in your life. I need to dance away my pain. I need to change my life by rewriting your story. How do you want to rewrite it? How you want. However you want, the pen can be rewritten. How you want. Age does not define you. Never ever let anyone look you down. Never. And never ever look at yourself down or compare yourself with anybody. Honor your season. Some season are planting, no harvesting. If demand fruits in root season, you will call yourself a failure, but roots are progress. Whatever you go through is progress. Let discipline carry you when you're feeling down. Discipline is love in action. It says, I will show up for myself. Prayer, I'm going to pray for myself. I'm going to show up and pray for myself. Even when life does not make sense. I'm going to show up and journal my life even when life it does not make sense. I'm going to show up and dance movement, make my dance movement. I'm going to show up and read. I'm going to show up and have a rest for myself. They are lives that keep burning, but you has to keep them alive. Rebuild your confidence with evidence. Confidence grows through proof. Keep small promises to yourself. Don't wait for a big breakthrough. Win today. One consistent week can restore what years of doubt store. Replace the survival habit with the destiny habit. Survival habit, people pleasing. I'm going to please people, avoidance, over explaining, shrinking, destiny habit, clarity, honest, courage, consistent boundaries, prayer, and action. So when you have a destiny habit, it means you have clarity about who you are, where you're going, you're honest with yourself, you have courage with yourself, you have courage, you walk with courage, consistently, you show up for yourself, consistently, you create boundaries because boundaries, they are not building a wall, they protect you. You pray because you want to connect with God. Actually, speak your identity out loud. While you whisper, your whisper becomes what you believe. Say it, I'm dust, but I carry breathe. I carry the light, I'm cold. Your spirit is responds to your voice. Learn to be led, not pushed. Being pushed feels like panic. Being led feels like peace with direction. Ask for guidance, then more instead. Light doesn't always show up the full road, just the next part. Heal your relationship with waiting. Waiting isn't punishment, it can be a preparation. Waiting exposes what you depend on, control or God. I'm waiting, you learn stability. So when you're waiting, you exposes like what do you depend on? Do you depend on God when you're waiting? Who do you depend on? Stop negotiating with fear. Fear always asks you to compromise. Do less, do small, stay quiet, don't negotiate. But when you acknowledge fear, then you choose obedience. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Your pain can become a classroom, not a prison. Ask, what did this teach me? What stains will I keep now? Wisdom is how you profit from what you tried to break. Become consistent with your light. Light is not once a month glow. It's a lifestyle. People trust consistent light, not dramatic burst followed by disappearance. Embrace responsibility without carrying condemnation. Responsibility says, I can grow. Condemnation says, I am bad. Take responsibilities for your healing and choices, but refuse self hatred. The choices that we make in life, they define who we become tomorrow. Serve from holiness, not emptiness. Some people serve um, they serve to feel vulnerable, but it creates burnout and resentment. Serve because you are full, not because you are surviving, you are starving for approval. You don't need anyone to approve who you are as a human being. Build a purpose routine. Purpose needs a structure. Have a structured life, a time to pray, a time to reflect, a time to learn. That is important. A time to create, a time to save, a time to rest. Routine turns calling into reality. Expect resistance when you rise. When you glow, when you glow insecure system react. Don't interpret resistance as wrong direction. Often is confirmation you are no longer controllable. Let your light be handled and firm. You don't need to be too harsh or to be strong. Light can be soft yet unstoppable. Speak truth with love, but don't dilute it. Commitment, like when you commit to becoming, not arriving. Identity is not a destination you have to reach, guys. It's growth. You, like you steward, keep becoming, keep shedding, keep learning. Dust can still evolve. End with the declaration, my life carries a heaven meaning. I don't know what the heaven meaning is carrying. You can finish your day with ownership on your day. I walk this world as a dust, but I do not walk without purpose. Heaven and let heaven witness who you're becoming. Carry your light. No one will carry your light for yourself. Not even your husband. Not even your partner. Those who are not married, maybe they've got boyfriends, not even your partner can carry your light. You carry your light yourself. The light that you carry it on behalf of your children. Children inherit their mother's spirit and their father's blood. So whatever you go through, know that you have to carry your own light. That was my survival. I survived Satan because I knew I had to carry my light. And I said no to darkness. I said to myself, I need to carry my light. I need to be me. And I'm not going to die for no one. That was my declaration. Sometimes life can be hard. But does it mean we have to dim our light? We don't. Even when it does not make sense, we still need to believe in our light. We still need to believe in hope. Where there is hope, there is life. We still need to believe. But don't label yourself that I am what I am because of this. Don't label yourself. If I don't date now, I'm not going to find someone in my age. So that meaning if I'm labeling myself and say I'm not going to find someone my age, it means that I'm saying to myself, let me just date any guy that enters my way. I'm not worthy because my age is not worthy. So what's the difference? The difference is when you choose to honor you. When you choose to say, I'm not going to settle for less. When the doctors maybe when they tell you that you can't have children. When you choose to believe that, but I'm a woman. In my church, there was a woman, her womb was removed by the doctors due to sickness. And the doctors told her that she cannot have it. The womb is removed. She got married. It's a testimony that is on our TV channel. She got married. She had children. Where the womb came from, nobody knows. She hasn't got the womb, but she carried her children. God is miracle. It's a miracle from God. You can't belittle God. You got to believe. Whatever you do in life, believe that my miracle, my portion of miracle is being put on the side for me to reclaim it. So reclaim your miracle. It might be, I don't know what your miracle might be. It might be good health. To reclaim your good health means you have to keep health. Eat the right food and believe. If you are ill or whatsoever, you have to believe that you will be healed. That's when you get healed, when you believe that the miracles, you believe in people that had miracles for healing. You can believe that God can heal me, and then you get healed. Believe that you're worthy. If you're single, believe that in 2026, I'm going to meet the love of my life. But talk it and walk it. Press every day, not expecting anything, but expecting God to give you a miracle. Your husband, expect God to give you a miracle of your man. If you are single, if you are a man, expect your husband to give you a miracle of your woman. Don't think less. I'm not good enough. Who are you suggesting to be good enough? Who are you suggesting to be a millionaire? Who are you suggesting to to be worthy? Who are you suggesting to get married? Why are you not in that list? Who are you suggesting to be a millionaire? Why have you removed yourself from that list? So all you have to do, guys, you have to believe. You have to believe. I believed when Satan wanted to kill me, when he was making me believe that my life has ended, there was no way. I looked, I believed, and I said, God, in the Bible, the promises you made, the promises you say, if you believe you are healed, he showed up and said, no, you cannot take her soul because she belongs to me. He told Satan that because I believed in my heart that God loved me. I believe that God loves me. And he said to Satan, you can't take her life. Let her go. He had to let me go. And I had to believe. I had read the Bible. Everyone is preaching about God, but I had never encountered those moments where I encounter Satan and Satan touches me, wanting to take my life. And I didn't think I was that worthy. Since that day, I'm never the same. You can't tell me that, Nomsa, you're not good enough. Who are you to tell me that I'm not good enough? Who are you? Since that day when God chose to save my life, I'm worthy. I am worthy. When he chose to save me, I'm worthy. You can't tell me that I'm not worthy. Why? Why am I not worthy? Why am I not beautiful? Why would you tell me that I'm not beautiful? I am beautiful because beauty is not what's on the outside. What's on the inside of me is greater than what's on the outside. So I believe in my beauty. I believe in the love that God has given me. And I believe that I can be who God wants me to be. No limitation. Whatever he desires me to be, I become that. I believe that. So that day, I stop belittling myself. I stop belittling people. I don't have time for nonsense for people to think that, for me to look at someone and think they're not good enough, because I know that God loves every individual in this world. He wants them to become greater. So it's not my place to say you are not good enough and to look at somebody down. My job is to say you can do it, and I move on. It's up to you whether you can rise and completely do it, because it's you who has to do it. When I survived, it was me that had to tell Satan, no, Satan, God loves me. I believed that God loves me. And with my belief, God showed up for my sake. So as you entering 2026, you can rewrite your story. Don't let 2026 be a different year number, but the same year, like each and every year. You can make a choice and say, maybe you've gone through abuse. Maybe you've dated men who have abused you. Maybe you've dated women who have abused you. Maybe you lived a life where maybe parents did not give you the love that you want. But you don't have to blame them. Maybe you've gone and got a job, the wrong job, and they've treated you bad. Maybe you got friends who treated you bad. I've been on that road, but that does not define me, because I know my tomorrow, the choices that I make in this moment, that will define how my tomorrow is going to look like. The choices I make today on the 31st, they will define how my tomorrow is going, my 31st in 2026 is going to look like. I want to be great. I want to live a great life. I believe that my portion is there. My portion for me to be a billionaire, to be a millionaire is there. So I want to grab it. And I'm not interested to anyone who tells me that I'm not good enough. I'm not interested. So what are your limitations in life? What have you labeled yourself that is limiting your life, that is dimming your light? Is it friends that are not good enough? Remove them. Remove them. If friends are not, they think that you're not good enough, they destroy your confidence, remove them. If you want to change things in your marriage, work on your marriage. Have fun with your husband. Have fun with your wife. Life is too short for nonsense. Just tell your husband, you know, honey, we've not been doing this thing of a husband and wife properly. How can you make each other happy? I want to make you happy. Give me a list. I want to make sure that you are happy when you are around me. Give me a list that you think is a better habit that is making you be unhappy around me. What I can change. And I give you yours. And the things that we've not been doing as a husband and wife, life is not about children, guys. We have kids. Our job is to pay the bills for our children, to love them, to give them a safe environment, and making sure they are loved. But at the same time, we can still get child minders, we can still get family members to look out after our kids when we go on date night. So if you've not been going on date night using maybe saying it's expensive, you can ask your friend to look after your children. While you cook at home, you can have your date night at home. Everything is in the mind. Happiness is created within you. You create your own happiness how you want. But if you want to put if you want to put like you say, okay, I'm not happy because we don't go out to restaurant and we can afford it, but you can afford to go and buy meat from the shops. You can afford to get an apron and put an apron. Get a nice dress, dress up, get a nice dress, put an apron, go to the kitchen and cook. You can afford to pay for Netflix or Amazon to get movies. It's cheap. It's about £10 or £7. You get a movie, you sit down, you get popcorn. Popcorns are like £3 or £4. nice cocktail drink, and just sit down in your own environment and with your husband, with your wife, and just sit there, relax. You know that time where you'd relax and having fun with your best friend. You don't have to go to someone's restaurant to be happy. People go to restaurant, guys. They're paying money to be in the restaurant, but on social media, they're like checking. They're checking phones. What did you do today, honey? I don't know. Let me just check who is on social media. They're busy checking their phones just to see who is, what's happening on Instagram. Might as well stay at home. Maybe just go out and say no gadgets. So hold your hands and just go out and have fun. I hope you guys have beautiful holidays, because 2026, it can be just another number. But you can create your 2026 to be, you can create it to be different. You only need the different mindset. You just need a different mindset to create the life that you want. If you are in the wrong job, get another job. If you are doing the things that you don't like, find what you like. Ask God, show me who I'm supposed to be. Pray for 6 months asking God to show you who you are supposed to be. Become that. No negotiations. God bless you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful new year. Tomorrow with your loved ones. I'm not going to be online. I'm going to be offline, and I'm going to have a very, very busy new year. May God bless you abundantly. May you have a healthy one tomorrow. Those who are going through problems, rise, keep rising. Don't expect people to understand what you're going through, because people don't. Sometimes they can make things worse. So keep rising. You can make a difference into your life by just switching the mindset. May God look after you tomorrow. And please, I'm not going to ask you to do anything. It's the holidays. If you need coaching, you know what you need to do. You want to go on the website and register, you know what you need to do. God bless you guys.